everyone. I'm so glad you guys all had the opportunity to listen to one of our mentors for United Way, James Sliker, speak about leadership. I'm Lydia.
I'm Cammie.
And I'm Emily.
And we're a part of student government here at South High School. Because of today's theme of leadership and inspiration, we thought it'd be cool to share with you guys one of our own personal stories about how we saw firsthand how leadership can spread.
It all started 3 years ago when Dr. Ward became our principal at South. He told our teachers at a staff meeting that we were going to win the United Way Challenge that year. Sounds simple enough, except nobody knew what he was talking about.
So then he went on to explain that the United Way campaign is a challenge that we have every year against North to raise money for our communities. The years leading up to this have been pretty rough, and he knew this. So he asked around to find out who one of the most competitive teachers was at South that would be able to kickstart our campaign. So anyone who knows her knows that Miss Dotson was the woman for the job.
Dotson's love for competition wasn't the only thing that was keeping her involved. Over the past couple of years, we've come to learn why Dotson cares so much about not only United Way, but giving back to her community in general. You see, a couple of years ago, Miss Dotson's sister was diagnosed with melanoma, a cancer that spread to her brain.
There are benefits and fundraisers put on in her honor to support her throughout this challenge. As everyone came together to help her sister, Dotson saw firsthand the goodness in people, which was then when she realized that she wanted to give back and pay it forward. When you combine her personal background with her natural-born competitiveness, you get the best United Way coordinator that South has ever seen.
So for us, this was all happening our sophomore year. We were participating in the campaign, but we weren't really getting involved, and we weren't really bringing our own ideas into the table. So like the rest of the students at South, we played the games that were set up, but we donated only our money, not our time.
All of these things were new. This campaign was something that our school had never seen before. Dr. Ward inspired a change in the way that we ran and hosted this fundraiser, and that change resulted in $7,650. It was that year when we saw our school come together and we saw what we were capable of, and that made us want to do more and be more.
Now it's our junior year, and we wanted to do more than just participate. We wanted to plan it and make it grow. All it took was Dotson to ask me to help her after school every day, and the next thing you know, all three of us were in her room at all times until we became the South co-coordinators.
So then we started to think, how are we going to get more people involved? What's going to draw people in the most? Because I'm sure all of you know that getting teenagers involved in something is pretty tough. Whenever someone does something, it's always lame or it's boring. I mean, I get it. I've been there. I am there most of the time. But that's why we knew we needed to have an impact.
So we came up with games and activities that had different incentives that drove people to want to participate, and that's when we really saw our campaign take flight. More and more staff and students were getting involved. The ideas and philosophies behind United Way were spreading. Our school was on a mission to reach our goal of raising more money than last year. We did, but by how much?
$15,470. That is crazy. We doubled our money from the year before and then some. We were excited, our school was so excited, but we still wanted to do more, which is what inspired us to join Youth United Way.
So we spent that winter and spring of our junior year traveling around Lake County with other students and mentors involved in Youth United Way. We visited lots of places such as Salvation Army, Project Hope for the Homeless, and Birthright, all organizations that provide different things for our community.
With each place that we went and with each discussion that we had, we learned what each organization was about. We learned the impact that they had on the people close to home. We did this so that we could prioritize the agencies and allocate $10,000 to the programs that we thought would benefit the most.
So why does this matter to you guys? How can you even relate? With this knowledge, we now knew what this money could do for these agencies. We got to see what it could provide for the families close to home. We finally realized that we had the opportunity to change the lives of our neighbors, our friends, and our loved ones.
So then fast forward to September of this year, and it's time for our campaign to start again. This time around, though, it was different. Not only was it our last go-around of it, but we had a lot to live up to after last year. We weren't going to let this campaign fail. We were going to raise our goal of $20,000.
We had another little twist to our campaign by the name of Mr. Weegley, our current school principal. His positivity and go-getter attitude allowed us to have the freedom to do whatever we needed in order to be successful. With a new face in charge and a driven committee dedicated for the cause, we knew that this campaign was going to start with a bang, until it didn't.
This year's campaign started off slow at best. The shock and awe of last year kind of wore off, and everyone just kind of forgot about it. Yes, it was Spirit Week, and yes, we had a North-South game that Friday, and yes, everyone was excited about that, but none of our excitement really carried over to our campaign.
So now we're stressed, and we're thinking, how are we going to get this $20,000 Way too many people had already heard about this goal to take it back now. I mean, we literally had it hanging in the cafeteria for the whole school to see. We needed a different approach and we needed it back. People were depending on us to raise this money. We were being held accountable.
So we came up with even more activities and more fundraisers to do. Zombies took over our school, we hosted the Rebel Olympics, girls were playing football, our staff played volleyball, shirts were being sold, and faces got pied. We had a lot planned, but we lacked the momentum that we needed to make it reach our student body. And that's when we knew we had to rely on our friends and the power of social media.
The people closest to us saw what we were trying to accomplish, so they wanted to participate. And the people closest to them saw, and then they wanted to help, which led to their friends and their friends' friends, until we had an entire gym full of 800 South students there to support the cause. Everyone was cheering, and I have never seen my school more unified than in that moment. It was honestly what we say lit.
So now imagine it's halftime of that North-South game, and our team is winning in our student section school, but now it's time to announce the totals from both schools. Before we walked to the other side of the track, we looked at each other and said, you know what, guys, no matter what happens, so no matter who wins, we did a good thing. We raised a lot of money for a lot of people. We did a really good thing.
Legs shaking, palms sweating, arms linked, trying to add all the numbers in our heads, we reached the other side of the track. Being one of the only 5 people in blue and gray, surrounded by a sea of orange and black, was completely and utterly terrifying. But it was too late to turn back. The totals were being announced.
North's total was announced first.
They raised a record-breaking amount of $13,000.
Well, there goes our chance.
But then it was our turn.
Mr. Thompson, our superintendent, raised his microphone and said,
South raised $20,170. We did it.
We met our goal.
we succeeded.
We were united. But what does we stand for?
We stands for you and I.
We stands for our school.
We stands for our community.
We stands for the power of one.
The power of one.
It takes one person to inspire that person next to them.
It takes that one inspired person to tell their friends and family.
It takes one life-changing experience.
It takes one competition.
It takes one teacher, one student, one group, one school, one community.
But most importantly, it takes one goal. One goal to do one thing, change somebody's life for the better.
And we do this $1 at a time.
Who would have known that it only takes $1 per week to provide shelter for a woman and her 2 children escaping domestic abuse?
Or one dental appointment for a child suffering from painful cavities without insurance.
Or 15 hot, nutritious lunches for senior citizens.
Or one day of specialized formula for an infant born into a struggling family.
Or even one day of an overnight camping experience for a child with special needs.
It only takes $1.
From that one person
Who inspire the next and the next.
Who told that one group?
who took the one initiative to reach their one goal.
Are you going to be the one?
Easy answer. You are the one.
Create and be the power of one.